opportunity to just thank our team from SAMDDRA, who has been working so hard to make this day a possibility. We are all here because of the hard work and the dedication, as well as the desire to see a change in this industry. And without actually wasting any time, let me also just extend a very warm welcome to our acting chairperson of SAMDDRA, who is Mr. Loyiso Tiara, with us this afternoon. And there's also our colleagues from different partners that we have that I'm going to just share a list with at this point in time, just to also recognize them and welcome them for this awesome and amazing afternoon that we are going to have. Before I do so, let me just start by introducing myself as well. My name is Mpho Machaga. I am also part of the SAMDDRA team, and I am actually in the capacity or the functioning at this point in time as the policy and strategy executive of the team. And it has just been an amazing journey for us, and that we are in this day today to come and celebrate this awesome initiative that we are busy working on. With that said, I want to also just list a few partners that I would like to recognize, even as we are about to begin with this session today of this press conference. First of all, let me extend a very, an acknowledgement to one of our partners that we have been working with in this journey, the MIC-CETA team. They're actually being very, very supportive with us in this journey. And let me also just extend a very, an expression of appreciation as well to the MIC-CETA chairman of the board, who is Mr. Simpiwe Tobela, in his absentia as well, just to recognize his influence, his contribution and support to us as a team, even as we are going on this journey. And then let me also just, extend as well a warm appreciation as well to the Department of Higher Education and Training. They've been very significant. They've been a significant partner with us as well on this journey. And I'm just going to list a number of them so that we don't actually waste time in actually mentioning each and every one, individually. So I want to actually acknowledge the Department of Science and Technology as well, Microlag, Mobicel, the City of Tshwane, Municipal as well. And also just to a special, thanks also and appreciation to Dr. Benjamin Manasa, who was with us as well in the previous event, who shared very, very heartily with us in terms of his passion around economic development as well. And let me also extend an appreciation to also the National Youth Development Agency. They are also our partners on this journey. They also are really working together with us to actually change this industry. And really, we appreciate the contribution and the support of this amazing partners that we have. And also the City of Tshwane Economic Development Agency as well, the Innovation Hub, Small Enterprise Hub Development Agency as well as not last and also not least, the University of Tshwane as well. With that said, I just want to also express a warm welcome to those who are going to be participating with us on the program. I'm just going to highlight them quickly just to welcome them as well officially, even as we are beginning with this amazing session of this press conference. First of all, let me also just extend a very warm welcome to Ms. Gugu Sima, who is currently the acting senior manager of the 4IR within MIC-CETA. She's with us this afternoon, and she's also going to share a few words with us. And also, we are going to have an address later with Mr. Matume Madibani, if he's with us from MIC-CETA. But if not, the senior manager will actually take and actually replace him. His name is Mr. Ernest as well in our midst. And also, not least, I would like to also extend a warm welcome to our Managing Director of SAMDDRA, Dr. Mark Mbasa, who is here with us, who's going to share with us the exciting 67 industry professional designations that we are suggesting into the industry. Basically, SAMDDRA is very excited to actually introduce a new set of industry qualifications that we are going to push into the industry so that we can develop the skills that we need for people to be able to participate in this economic agenda while benefiting as well, economically as well. So we are really excited about this initiative, and we are really excited about these designations that are still in progress. And we are looking as well to our partners, to those who would like to actually, work with us on this journey, to come and join us, give us comments, provide inputs and suggestions in terms of how better can we also, just shape this designations that we've already identified, defined, and also have already started creating curriculums for them that we will be able to use to train our children or our young people or those who are unemployed seeking to start and learn a new skill so that they can be able to benefit from it. So it's really exciting times for us. It's been a long journey. As you all know, SAMDDRA, we started way back in April 2020. I was there when we started. And it has really been an exciting journey. Yes, with some difficulties, with some challenges, but as a team, I believe we persevered. And now we are here today and celebrating this, new birth of this new designations in this industry. So we are really excited about it. And we are really looking forward to actually change as well, or rather shape and change the narrative of the industry through skills development and also through accelerated skills development and helping people to acquire the right skills so that they can be able to participate in the industry. Without any further ado, I just want to take a moment also, even as our chairman, acting chairman, Mr. Loyiso, is actually preparing himself to start with an opening address. I want you, as you are there, participating with us, to actually, be welcomed and feel free as well towards the end to provide your questions, to provide your comments, to provide your inputs, because that will help us as well as a team to shape what we are trying to do even much more better. And that will actually better serve us as well as a community, even as the country, even as we work to actually resurrect this economy that is trying to go south, if I can put it that way, for a lack of a better word. Somebody said that when you are faced with a crisis, there's three things that you can do. Number one, you can either, just throw your hands in the air and cry in despair and be hopeless in terms of, your response to the situation. Or the second one would be, what is it that I can do to actually participate in changing the story of what I'm seeing at this point in time? And what actions can I take to be able to change the narrative of what I'm seeing? And lastly, is that you would actually look for people outside to try and resolve the issue while you are actually watching. You become, a spectator, not necessarily a participant. So we as SAMDDRA, we decided not to just be a spectator or just to be, those who are throwing their hands in the air in despair without hope. Instead, we decided to actually create hope in a crisis, to say, okay, this is what, we are faced with. This is the situation in our country. So there are things that we can actively do to actually change the narrative of what we are seeing. And also by, working together as a team to see how we can actually, drive change in terms of the narrative around unemployment in this country. And also making sure that we do something concerning the skills development agenda and also inclusive economic participation for those people who really, really, really need to be part of this, that they may also be able to benefit. It's one thing to look at the situation and do nothing, but it means everything when you look at a situation and say, you know what, all hands on deck. I'm going to fold my sleeves up and I'm going to do something about it. And this is how we are responding as SAMDDRA, as a team, a very strong team, a very solid team, a very dedicated team. I'm very proud to be part of such a team of hard workers, people who are passionate about what they're doing, and people who are really, who mean business in terms of what they are doing in this time. So I think South Africa, even, as they see what's about to happen in the industry, they will really be proud of what this team has actually managed to pull together. And today, as we are here, we are coming to celebrate and also to just introduce this amazing 67 industry professional designations. And we are saying with this, South Africa can never remain poor, can never remain in lack, can never remain in a situation of unemployment for forever. Instead, this is a big start. And yes, it is small, but it's a big start because of it's going to do something. It's going to do something that is going to change the narrative of this nation. So with that said, let me extend a very warm welcome to our leader, Mr. Loyiso, an amazing man and a hard worker, a man who doesn't rest. I hope I could tell him better to say, hey, man, there is time to rest. You need to do, take some time to rest, and, so that you can be even more energized to do more, of what you are already doing. He's doing an amazing job. He's doing great work. He's involved in a number of boards as well. He's just, a force to be reckoned with, if I can put it that way. Some heroes are not celebrated, and I believe he's just one of those heroes who are not yet well celebrated. So, Mr. Loyiso, with that said, my brother, I just want to welcome you. If you can just give us your opening address in a minute. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bo. Thank you very much, Mark. Bongani Vinolia, as Mpo was saying, a very strong team indeed, and together we've worked hard and to get to where we are, and obviously not forgetting Muzi that we started with when we started this organization, who was our leader. He would be very proud to see where we are right now. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to be long. First, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today. I think this is one of these areas within SAMDDRA, which I'm going to explain in short, which are very important to our vision and where we want to take this industry. Just to give you a bit of background, I'm sure a lot of you know who SAMDDRA is now. But SAMDDRA is on one thing, a professional body for mobile device. I wouldn't even say mobile device repairs, for the mobile device value chain. And there are a couple of elements to that. One of them, as we're looking at the entire value chain, is obviously we need people who would be trained to be able to fix these devices. That's where we started, and there's a value chain before that, and there's part of the value chain after that. But we started with people who would fix these phones. Obviously, once they've fixed these phones, we expect these people to participate in the economy, create jobs, create earning opportunities for themselves. Once these devices, in fact, while they are fixing them, there is a second part to it where they will need components and accessories. SAMDDRA, again, there is looking at having a distribution element to it, where they can ensure that these components are provided to them. Once these have been fixed or in the process of fixing and decommissioning, these will create electronic waste, and this also needs to be managed in a proper manner. Hence, SAMDDRA is also developing and training people in electronic waste as a response to that. And in the end, we have not started. SAMDDRA has already formed, or Chamber, when it was forming SAMDDRA, it has already thought about forming SIEMA, which will be the manufacturing part, which will start with components and to a point where we can create critical mass to produce these phones. But that's not what today is about. Throughout this process, one thing that is missing when you go to your shops, your Pakistani shops, your Bangladeshis, if you go there and you fix your phone and something goes wrong, and I've heard horror stories even up to last week, where your entire phone can actually be changed inside and you wouldn't know because you actually don't open your phone. They could take your newer parts, which is your Apple parts, and replace them with generic parts, and you wouldn't know. They could damage your phone and you wouldn't know. So what sort of guarantee do we have as now consumers when we go to these shops? And the answer is none. These people can do whatever they want, and you would have no recourse when you take your phones to these shops. So what does SAMDDRA do is doing with that in response? Is that it wants to give the communities where we have trained people, where we have certified them, that if you take your phone to a SAMDDRA certified person or a SAMDDRA certified person or SAMDDRA accredited shop, you have a recourse should something happen. We give you a guarantee of assurance that when you go to this person or when you go to this shop, you can be guaranteed that you will get the correct service with the right parts, original parts, or if not original, accredited parts by the OEM for that specific phone. And should you find that your phone was not fixed or your device was not fixed to your satisfaction, you have SAMDDRA to call, who can then take your call. So not only are we providing you with accredited, with trained people, but we give you the assurance. Part of that assurance means we need to certify people. Let me park that for a second. Currently in the market, we've got a lot of cell phone repair technicians working at Vodacom, working at MTN, working at these stores that I'm talking about, which are mainly owned by foreign nationals. They've been trained, they've worked, some of them, for years. But the moment they leave MTN, the moment they leave Vodacom, they actually have no certificate. They have nothing to show to say that I've worked in a cell phone shop as a technician that is recognized. They are a technician only for Vodacom. They have no certificate that can be backed by an accredited organization to back it. So what we plan to do with that is to take those technicians, obviously through a SAMDDRA program as well. I'll start with the latter, where they can be certified, where they can be given a professional designation, so that the work that they've done in their lives, and you could add something like RPL there also, so that the work that they've done is recognized and it can be linked to some form of a qualification. So that's what we're doing on this one side. But on the other side is to really certify these people so that they could have a trade. Usually they call this professional designation a trade certificate or a professional certificate or a professional qualification. That's what it basically means. Once these designations are there, people are going to have professional certificates which are SAQA recognized, that they can go and anywhere in the industry, they can then be recognized, whether it's a cell phone repair technician, whatever the names would be. Mark is going to go into detail. So this is part, as a professional body in the industry of mobile devices, this is the part of SAMDDRA that really talks about professionalizing the industry of cell phone, and whether it's repairs, we'll get to a point where it's manufacturing, whether it's sales, anything that has to do so that our people can get dignity and be able to further their careers and get the respect that they deserve for the work that they've done. So in that short, welcome. Mark and the rest of the team will go into details, but from where I'm sitting, this is a start of what will create a scenario where we've got a mobile device market that is professionalized, that people, when they meet different people, they know exactly what they do and what they can offer the market, with the backing of SAMDDRA, SAQA, and MICT as our partners. With that, thank you very much, colleagues. I will let the rest of the team fill you in the details. Again, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Chair, for those affirming words, for those insightful words around what SAMDDRA is all about, and also the vision that we have for the future. And without wasting any time, I would like that Ms. Gugu get ready as well, even as she's going to be addressing us from a perspective of MICT. She's currently the Senior Manager for 4IR. So she's the head of 4IR. And Ms. Gugu, if you can please be ready so that you can be able to come and share with us the journey that we have been with you as a team. Welcome. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mpho. Am I audible? Or can you hear me?
Yes, dear, I can hear you very clearly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
I can hear you.
Good afternoon to all the listeners and the SAMDDRA team. It is a great pleasure to be part of this event as MICT SETA. And thank you for the opportunity of inviting us. Let me start by talking about MICT SETA. MICT SETA is one of the 21 SETAs that was established in terms of the Skills Development Act. We are mandated to coordinate and facilitate skills development across 5 subsectors. That is film, electronic media, telecommunication, ICT, and advertising. Since the advent of the 4th Industrial Revolution, or rather 4IR, the MICT SETA as an organization and also as an ICT SETA, we were expected to be the leaders in terms of the 4IR skills. We therefore, in 2019, established a 4IR division as part of our core division in the MICT SETA. Following that, we have developed the 4IR Integrated Digital Skills Strategy. In this skills strategy, we have identified strategic partner or enablers that will assist the MICT SETA to implement this strategy and also assist the MICT SETA to ensure that we are responsive when it comes to the 4IR skills gaps that is currently emerged due to the technological advancement. Therefore, SAMDDRA was identified as one of the enabler or the strategic partner. And to date, we have started initiative with SAMDDRA. We have recently launched or implemented a short program on mobile devices where 80 unemployed youth was recruited. I'm told out of the 71 learners have successfully completed the program, and they have since graduated. While implementing the short program, the MICT SETA and the industry identified a need of developing a full qualification on mobile devices. We therefore started with the process of developing a full qualification in partnership with the industry, the ICT SETA industry, universities, TVETs, labor union, as well as QCTO. We started with the development of a qualification of a mobile computing device technician at the NQF level 4. While developing this qualification, it has also emerged that there are other specialists, area of specialization that needs to be addressed, since there is a huge gap on skills regarding the mobile device, and therefore 4-part qualifications were also developed while developing this qualification. Qualifications such as laptop repairer at the NQF level 4, mobile device repairer at the NQF level 4, wearables repairer and accessories repairer at NQF level 4. We have also gone ahead to continue our partnership and the collaboration with SAMDDRA by developing other 4IR qualification. We have recently successfully developed an e-waste qualification that will address the e-waste operation controller. That qualification is also at the NQF level 4. It has been successfully developed in partnership with SAMDDRA and the industry. The qualification has been submitted to QCTO. It will be gazetted on the 15th of December by QCTO. Therefore, we are pleading with members that are connecting here, listening to us today, that be on the lookout of that gazette. That gazette will be requiring your comments or public comments. We therefore need your inputs on this qualification. We have also developed other 4IR qualification where SAMDDRA was actively involved in contributing to the development of the qualifications such as artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, design thinking, Internet of Things, e-waste, as I've mentioned earlier, quality engineering, automation, and drone qualifications. Those are some of the qualifications that SAMDDRA has been effectively involved in partnering with the MICT SETA and ensuring that the qualifications that are required in addressing the future skills gaps or the 4IR skills are available for the MICT SETA and the industry to implement those qualifications. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gugu. It has indeed been a wonderful journey, even in the development of other qualifications as well, working together with MICT SETA. I'm looking forward specifically for the blockchain one. I'm really excited about that one, that we are going to be working together on it as well. So SAMDDRA has really been a journey. If everybody who's on the line can be able to see that there's a lot of hard work that has been put in place to develop this qualifications, making sure that we get the right people on board to train them so that they can be able to function within an economy whereby they can also be able to benefit. So thank you so much for those words, and thank you so much in terms of giving us an insight around what MICT SETA is also all about, what you guys are doing. You're doing a great work because of it's not only in one industry that you're looking into, it's actually multiple industries. So well done in the hard work that you guys are doing. Without any waste of time as well, I will also just ask my managing director as well, just to prepare himself to come and actually present to us these new designations that we are suggesting into the industry. And he will give us full details in terms of what they are all about, and how we actually envisage, putting or rather bringing them into the industry. With that said, Dr. Mark, if you can please, take over from here and just share with us what we are doing with this 67 industry designations. Oh, sorry. Before Dr. Mark actually goes online, we are actually wanted to play a video for us that actually gives us the background of SAMDDRA.
about 20 to 22 million people in South Africa use smartphones, which accounts for about 1/3 of the country's population. Unemployment among young people in South Africa remains stubbornly high. The South African Mobile Devices Distributors and Repairs Association, SAMDDRA, believes that the digital revolution, unemployment, education, and job creation are intrinsically connected.
Ama-cellphone ethu namanje asakhandwa emadolobheni. Sifuna akhandwe emalokishini nasey'ndaweni zasemakhaya. Siqeqeshe intsha yakithi engasebenzi ukuthi ikwazi ukuthi ikhande ama-cellphone ngoba namhlanje akho muntu ongenayo i-cellphone nodinga ukuthi ihlale ikhandiwe.
Against this background, SAMDDRA has identified the mobile repair market as a sustainable and viable opportunity for youth within the ICT market to create jobs and livelihoods.
The ICT SMME Chamber came with the idea of launching the platform so that it will assist not only the country but also the people in South Africa and the SADC region.
I am Bongani Mazibuko. I'm a project manager for SAMDDRA. It's an amazing vision actually because it's based on people. When there are people, there are activities. And today's activities means gadgets, devices, from cell phones, tablets, laptops. So those activities basically they break, they need to be repaired. And that skill basically has been lacking in townships and rural areas and especially us in our communities. So while we're challenging this unemployment elephant, and then SAMDDRA is there to take it where it's supposed to start.
From this program, I actually learned how to repair phones, both physically and also in terms of the software too.
And how to make your own business.
It's mostly about passion. If you have a passion for opening up things, any child that can open up an iron or a stove at home, and especially when it's broken, it doesn't have to be, gender-based in today's time.
This program, to train and empower youth in townships and rural communities, has already started in Gauteng province and will soon be rolled out nationally.
We working with the MagSETA in the development of these qualifications. And the entry level, we've made sure that we're able to absorb as much as we can. So we're definitely looking at almost about NQF level 3, which means you can be, not have been able to complete your matric, but you'll still be able to qualify for this. Then we actually be developing a more advanced.
What I love about the whole program is that the program has good things with it and the perfections in it, and it assures one's development.
Things are changing now. We are under a fourth industrial revolution at this point. So not only knowing the information and knowledge, you can actually start your own business from this. I would advise to actually look more into technology because things are changing now. So whatever opportunity that comes your way, just take it. It will be beneficial for you at the end.
We want the people working in this area, fixing those devices, to feel that they are in a profession that has a great value, that is organized.
I gain a lot of knowledge. Like I'm ready to start my own business.
You can search for SAMDDRA at Facebook and Instagram. It's www.samddra.org.za.
Wonderful. So over to you now, Dr. Mark. These are the amazing things that SAMDDRA is currently doing, and Dr. Mark is going to share with us what these designations are and give us more details around each and every one of them. Thanks, Dr. Mark. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Machaka. And we are very happy to share with the industry what we think will be good opportunities for our people in the country and the region. Thank you very much for availing yourself to spend this time with us so that we can discuss, share, and have input in this very, very important topic of our nation. 67 professional designations. We will spend 1 second to really link up again with our leader who left us last month. So to say, we are still very much in a mourning period, but our leader, Bramuzi Makai, would have loved us to carry on with the work. He would have loved us to continue to serving the people on his behalf with this initiative that we started together with him. May his soul rest in peace. So with that, we thank all the partners that are supporting the initiative for the benefit of the country. We thank MICT-SITA, we thank TUT, and we thank the industry partners that are helping us to drive. We also thank the people that took time to review this work that we pursued. Here I will especially mention a few like Microlec, Cindy, and a few people as part of the team that was working with the cell phone qualification development. So thank you to you all and the SAMDDRA team for not sleeping last night and a few other nights where we had quite a lot of events. Our chairperson, who's between many meetings, will still take our calls and respond to 1 or 2 issues of interest to SAMDDRA and to the country. And also the ICT SMME Chamber, we are part of the ICT SMME Chamber. So we thank all the support that we're receiving from the board and from the members of the ICT SMME Chamber. In this day, we're very happy to share what we think will be a good opportunity for the country, for people, and for the economy as well. As I mentioned, as a background, we are part of the ICT SMME Chamber. As SAMDDRA, we are really motivated for SMMEs because we are part of the SMMEs and would like to see growth from manufacturing up to usage and of computing, mobile computing devices. That is what motivates us to carry on. Our vision is really to be that reference, that institution, organization that will be the, yes, Pastor Mpo, I see your hand.
Sorry, Dr. Mark, the presentation is actually not clear on the screen. I think it's the resolution on your computer settings. If maybe you can just update that so that we can be able to see it clearly on your presentation because it's not clear.
The resolution?
Yeah. It's not coming clear at all. It's not clear on the screen. I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but it's really not clear on my screen.
No, you're not the only one.
I'm not the only one, right? So I think it's your resolution. Say if you can maybe just change or reduce.
What is it that I need to reduce maybe?
Maybe your pixels. I see you've got, it's only 278. I think it's on your desktop. You need to go and change your settings on your desktop in terms of your resolution that you are using. I think that is the problem because
okay.
I see
which one will be.
I think
one that is the recommended one.
Is it the what other options? What options do you have? Do you have 728 by something else?
Yes.
Yeah, 720. I think
Should I
728
reduce
by
or
102.
increase?
I think increase it. Let's see what happens because.
It's at the maximum.
Okay, reduce it then because it's not clear. Okay, just try and share it. Let's see.
Is it any better?
Not yet. No, it's not. Did you make any changes?
Yes, I reduced it.
You reduced it. It's not better. We can't see it clearly unless someone actually shares that for you. Maybe send
Are you able to share?
Yeah, let me try and share it for you. Let me just do this. Give me a minute. Sorry, colleagues, just give us a minute so that we can be able to fix this.
Can you share?
It says host disabled participant screen sharing. Can you just enable me so that I can share quickly?
Okay, you should be able.
Okay, all right. Let me just try and share it on my screen.
It was shared.
Is it stop sharing? Just hold on.
Yes.
Okay. Share it. Share. Okay. Slideshow.
Can you go to slideshow? And
I've just been to slideshow. Is it showing as a slideshow?
not yet.
Slideshow.
No, not yes, that one. Okay.
Is
good.
Is it clear?
Let's go to the next screen.
Does it look okay?
Yes, it looks okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Next screen.
Yeah, now it's perfect.
Okay, wonderful. Continue,
next
sir.
one. Yeah, the next screen. Yeah, next. Okay, so the mission, sorry about that. I don't know exactly what is the issue. The mission is really to create opportunities with whatever we're doing for individuals, companies, and institutions through education and development. Next, please. And now we know everybody's talking about data, information for the people within the fourth industrial revolution. So that is where we're playing. Next. So our target is the laptops, tablets, cell phones, and others like your wearables, e-readers, and so on. Next. So we really want to fill a gap that does exist, like the chairman explained, as a professional body for mobile computing devices. We're talking of mobile computing devices because that is when we were developing qualifications at MICT-SETA. That is the acronym, that is the words that has been adopted with those qualifications. So that's why we also adopting them here. Next, please. So SAMDDRA wants to certify individuals and accredit organizations, be it small SMMEs, medium-sized enterprises, even the corporate companies that are playing around mobile computing devices. Next, please. So locally, we know people have a lot of certifications from OEMs, but what do you think of a person in Kwandlangezwa who went to a TVET college, learned how to repair a cell phone or laptops? Then this person wants to participate in the broader economy where they will be requested either by the local SMME to demonstrate their abilities. Yes, they have the certificate that they qualified from a TVET or another college, private college, in terms of repairing those gadgets, those devices. But we need to instill the trust and a system or a peer review system where the public can trust our technicians. So that's what we're trying to do. And these technicians and companies and SMMEs will feel a sense of accountability. They are accountable to people. They are accountable to an organization because we're watching what they're doing. Right now, there is nothing that exists. Every small company or big company will just do a self-monitoring. So there's no public interest through a publicly run a company or institution that is doing that. That will lead to better customer services, but also better revenues for the SMMEs that will try and behave, have a conduct that will satisfy the public. So we're trying to instill a vendor neutral reference system, which will build trust between people, employers, and even the public in the market. So that will also create opportunities for us to negotiate market access for our members, and we will have jobs that will be created. We will have self-employment opportunities and better employment. That is what the chairman explained, that we have people that are trapped into corporate. They've been trained, they have the skills, but the moment they leave those companies, they have no certificate that will demonstrate their abilities. So SAMDDRA will try with this initiative, will try to re-evaluate their abilities and work with existing organizations like SAQA and QCTO and CITAs, so that we re-evaluate their skills, we recognize their prior learning experiences, and then certify such people so that they can go for better employment. And that will lead us to participate into the post-COVID reconstruction efforts. So we are basically a non-regulatory body for mobile computing devices. It's a voluntary membership. It's different from regulatory bodies. Regulatory bodies like your doctors, nurses, engineers, before you practice, you need to be part of those bodies. With us, it's a voluntary body, so people can practice. We are not obligated to have any monitoring on people that are not our members. So we did have a workshop with SAQA, so that the journey that will drive us to having these designations recognized by the country, the road is through SAQA. So we're working towards being officially endorsed, but we need to demonstrate that we are actually doing what we say we will be doing before they can recognize us. So having said that, SAMDDRA will only be pushing for professional designations, which is an industry title. It's a title that demonstrates that you are excellent in what you're doing, and that is because you had some level of education, you added a lot of experience on it, and a few other trainings, and we will have assessments done by the SAMDDRA board for certification and accreditation, so that we can give people those certificates. And then they will be recognized by SAQA. What does it bring, the professional designation? You will be validated for what you are doing. It will demonstrate that you enhanced your performances, and there was a whole range of attributes that come with the professional designations. Like you can see, improved reputation, competitive advantage. Like we're saying, we will push, we'll really try to get better access to market for our members, because they will demonstrate that they are professionals with credibility and with a lot of validation in terms of their performance. So a professional designation still has to be underpinned by a SAQA qualification. So you need to have at least one SAQA qualification. Then we can extend from there a professional designation like we've done. So a person will still be linked to existing SAQA accredited qualifications. Here, we just have to say that our suggested professional designations will only be confirmed after some of the qualifications, the major ones that have been submitted to SAQA by MICT SITA or WR SITA or even Services SITA. Those are the three main ones that we will pull the professional, will extend the professional designations from. So the big chunk, I think it's 90% from MICT SITA, and the rest is from the other 2 or 3 SITAs. So this is very, very important. So the selected underlying qualifications, like I explained, there's ones from the mobile computing device technician qualification that will be gazetted very soon, within a few months. We have the laptop repairer, that is a part qualification. So the mobile computing device technician is a full qualification. So we have part qualifications, meaning a person may only do laptop repair, for example, and then get a qualification. Or what is called mobile devices repair, which is either repairing tablets, cell phones, or e-readers. That's what we're calling mobile devices repair. So a person might just do that. Or wearable repairer, or accessories and peripherals repairer. And those 4 are part qualifications of the bigger qualification, which is the mobile computing devices technician, so which is at the bottom. So we extended qualifications from these technical qualifications. Next. We also extended we extended professional designations, sorry. We extended professional designations out of these underlying qualifications. So the e-waste site management, which is developed by MICT SITA, we also extended some professional designations there. We also have another qualification which is coming from WNR SITA, which is the e-waste entrepreneur, or WEEE entrepreneur, which is coming from WNR SITA. We also extended one qualification there. Then from the sales and marketing qualifications from services SITA, we will also package some of the qualification, the professional designations, and also has from the business and operations qualification from WNR SITA, we also extend some professional designation. As we go, we will watch out from the needs that will arise from the industry, and also new qualifications that will be coming from SITAs and others, so that we extend more professional designations and make them available to the industry. Our 67 professional designations go as follows. So we have 8 streams. So the first one, which is related to laptops, will have 8 professional designations. The second one from the mobile devices qualifications, we have also 8 professional designations. The mobile devices include tablets, cell phones, and e-readers. We have 8 also from the wearable qualifications and 8 from the accessories and peripheral repair qualification. Then we also have 8 from the mobile computing devices qualification. Remember, the mobile computing devices include all 4. So the person will know how to repair laptops, tablets, cell phone, e-readers, wearables, accessories, and peripheral. So then they will earn that qualification. From those qualifications, there was a need. As we go around, we'll see that some of the performances that people are extending around have to do with building the repair shops, the repair centers. So we also extended some qualifications from there, or storing the stock for the mobile computing devices. So we extended some qualifications from there. And the last chunk, the 8th one, is 13 electronic waste. So electronic waste or waste from electronic equipment. We also extended 13 professional designations from qualifications that we have. Here is a view of the mobile computing device technician qualifications. So you see the full qualification is called mobile computing device technician. And we have down on the blue on the left-hand side, you see the qualification 1, which is a laptop repairer. The second qualification, which is mobile device repairer, which is your cell phone, tablets, and e-readers. The third part qualification is accessories and peripherals. And your last part qualification is wearables. So a person might choose to just specialize in repairing wearables. So that is a part qualification. And from there, we can extend, we did extend some professional designations. Or a person may just choose to learn how to repair cell phones, tablets, and e-readers. So that will be a qualification for the person, and we also extended some there. For you to be a full mobile computing device technician, you need to be qualified with all the 4 parts. Thank you. Now, the first chunk of the qualifications is 8, sorry, not the qualifications. We need to use terminologies very, 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 very carefully because it is very important. A qualification is not a professional designation. So there's a difference. Sorry, whenever I made such a mistake. So we have 8 laptop professional designations that we extended. You can see once a person has qualified, has gone through the training that is available, that has been submitted, we will call that person a junior person. So it depends. If the person has some experience, then we will reevaluate and try to give the person a higher level. So in terms of laptop device sales, we are packaging some technical modules and other modules that we extend from the services SITA so that we can give a person the skills that will make the person capable of selling laptops immediately. So you take such a person who's been through our processes, you just place the person at a shop, the person should be able to sell from day one because they've learned all the techniques of selling and they've learned the underlying technical information, which is very, very important to the customers. So the sales devices, the sales parts are extracted and combined from the services SITA and also a little bit of MICT. So now if a person has some experience, we will assess, our certification and accreditation board will assess the person based on the experience that they'll show. If they've been selling for a while, they don't have any reference in terms of papers. So we will have models to assess to recognize the prior learning that the person accumulated, and then give the person a certain level, either as sales or senior sales, or even a sales representative. In terms of repairs, it's also simple. A person that never repaired laptops will go through the training. It's obviously that this is a junior person, so we'll give the person a technician level 1, but the underlying qualification is actually the one that comes from MICT SITA. After a certain number of years, we're suggesting 3 years, then the person will be assessed if the person wants, and the abilities will be assessed, and the person can qualify to have a professional designations of technician level 2. Then we say if the person have been around 5 years experience and has 1 OEM certification. The OEMs that we know, it is like your HP, your Microsoft, your Access, there are so many. So if a person has 1 certification and let's say 3 years experience, then we will call that person a level 3. And if a person has let's say 10 years of experience in repairing laptops and also 3 OEM certifications, for example, that is what we have now, but we are open to input. That's why we're saying suggestions. So we want the industry to come along with us and suggest something that will be beneficial to everyone. So this will be a master technician with a lot of experience, who can train others and can also be useful to many other things. Yeah, we can go to the next one. So that is for the, oh, sorry. That was the laptop. The mobile, no. Can you come back? Yes, the mobile devices professional designations, the process is the same. Here we have cell phones, e-readers, tablets that we are in this category of mobile devices. So after the training, they will, if a person wants to sell, they will be able to get a certificate as a junior salesperson or just a salesperson, or depending on how much experience the person has, it can go to a senior salesperson or even a sales representative. In terms of mobile devices as well, it will be the same level 1, level 2, level 3, and a technician. Next, please. In terms of wearables and peripherals, it's also the same. So we have a junior level for sales and up to sales representative. A sales representative, it's a person with a lot of experience who can actually play a role of a regional manager, so to say, because they've accumulated a lot of experience and they have an underlying qualification. So we'll be able to assess that and extend such level of designation to such a person. Also, in terms of technical, we will also have the ability to have the technician level 1, level 2, level 3, and up to a master technician. I see the copy and paste, it's not laptop, so it should be accessories and peripherals. Thank you. Next one. Wearables designations is the same. We have the sales part where we will have a junior person and up to a sales representative, depending on how much experience they have. So we'll assess and try liberate the people, give them such designations so that they can go on with their life and be able to earn decent income. In terms of repairs, it will be the same. We'll have a technician level 1, level 2, level 3, also a master technician. The mobile computing device professional designations. Remember here, it is people that know all. They know laptops, they know the mobile devices, the wearables, and the peripherals and accessories. So we will have them in the sales part where they will have a junior person who will be streaming into the sales part up to a sales representative. And we will also have, in terms of technical, we'll have a level 1, level 2, level 3, and a master technician, which means this person is an all-rounder who can fix anything from the 4 parts that we mentioned before. Now we look at our processes around and we see that time to time people will need to design or to create repair centers. It is happening now, it has been happening, but the people that do it and do not always follow certain criteria or certain standards that are required in the industry. So we'll create professional designations that will extend. A shop fitter, for example, who learned how to fit a spaza shop or any other shop, can just come and learn on how to fit now a proper mobile devices repair center. So they will learn some skills and then shift and have that ability to create and build proper recognized repair centers which will abide to the standards. Now, we also have people that do work into these repair centers. They do some financial type of jobs, administration, but they have no documents. So we will be able to assess such people, give them junior administrator or just administrator, or if they have a lot of experience in really doing the administration at a repair center, they can have a senior administrator certificate, professional designation. Then you have the repair center manager. Anybody can become a repair center manager because that is how things are run. So if somebody wants to start a business, they call themselves a repair center manager, but no underlying qualification or skills. So we'll extend from the technical skills of repairs, we will extend a repair center manager a professional designation, which means you have some finance, some HR type of skills that will be built there. And in terms of building the repair centers, will have junior builders, a shop fitter who just learned and now is very junior, so that will be a junior. After a certain time with the experience, then we'll give the builder certificate. And if a person usually over 10 years experience in building these centers, we can then give a senior certificate to such a person. Now we also have warehouses where people store the mobile computing devices. There is some administration that happens there. There is some managerial operations that happen there. And we need to build proper warehouses which will respond to certain standards. So these professional designations will qualify people that will be able to administer the warehouse, so they know exactly what goes into the warehouse, how the finance, the workflow will work into the warehouse. So you don't need to teach them anything. You put them there from day one, they know what to do. So we'll have junior administrators, administrator and senior administrators. We have the warehouse manager who knows how to manage processes within the warehouse, people, and also equipment that is there. So this will be the manager, and also the builder, who will be either junior or up to senior builders for warehouses. Then we have a big chunk for electronic waste. This is a big issue in the world, actually, where we have a lot of waste. We have problems managing them. So there is a number of programs already developed by MICT CETA, and others are also developing. WNR CETA is also developing such programs. So we will have, in terms of electronic waste site, if you have a site, there will be people doing the administration there. They know who comes in, who goes where, what items goes where, the finance and the administration. So we'll have a junior administrator, a site, a normal administrator, and a senior administrator. And we will also have a site supervisor. This person takes orders from the manager and assists in operationalizing them, so that the processes within the site can be fulfilled correctly. There is no qualification for it. So we will extend and package as soon as the qualifications are out. So we've taken a few items and skills that will be linked to the supervisor. The site manager, there is a developed qualification from MICT CETA, which we will extend to make site managers. And also, again, building the electronic waste site requires some standards and requires some processes to be known, and the linkages that will happen into the site. So we'll have a site builder, junior and up to a senior level, depending on people's experience that they have. Next. In terms of collection and packaging of electronic waste, every day, every week, we see people doing incredible work within our cities. They pass through and they collect all kind of things that they see, and they go to particular sites so that they can sort them and try make a living out of it. These people have skills. They accumulating a number of skills, techniques that we need to value. So here we will also call upon community members to translate some of the courses, some of the trainings, the qualification trainings that are being made available by MICT CETA and other CETAs, translate them into other languages so that we democratize the access to these qualifications and to these professional designations. People that collect electronic waste, they collect all over the country, can be evaluated and be given a professional designation of junior collector. It is small, but it's big into giving these people some dignity in what they're doing, and they will have some training. They will have so it will be an exciting time to have collectors streaming into processes that will be bigger. So we'll have junior collectors. If somebody's just started, finished the training, so that person can be called a junior collector, but depending on how much experience they have, so we'll go up to a senior collector who can even play a role of a type of supervisor within the collection of e-waste that they're doing. There is another qualification that is being developed by WNR SITA, which is after the collection is done, it has been done, somebody has to sort, somebody has to package in chunks that are useful into further processing. So that will be, the names are still being discussed. So we're calling it pre-processor or so, but we'll see. We will extend a professional designations also from the pre-processing of electronic waste. And the last one, in terms of electronic waste, there is a development for entrepreneurial certificate for electronic waste. So after the person has been into such a business for a while, it will be just proper to extend a senior entrepreneurial certificate to such a person. Right, so if we have such professional designation, so what? Yes, we will have minimum admission requirements because we will not get just people like that. So there will be a minimum of requirements that must be fulfilled. We will have a channel of acquisition for those skills, those professional designations. SAMDDRA is a professional professional body. We will activate our members to actually drive those those operations. We will not run the acquisition of knowledge. So we will need service providers that will register so that they can run those trainings. They can even create those the curriculum for people. Yes, there will be guidelines, but people, this is, we will give people opportunities to create their own content based on the guidelines that will be given. They will be able to sell them. So that's another part where people can earn income. And then we will agree on the costs that will be linked to those type of services, so that it's also not a big burden to the same people in the community that we're trying to help. The format and the duration will also be indicated and discussed for each of the professional designations. So each of them will have a description of the requirements, the channel of acquisition, the cost, the duration, more or less, and also what will be expected from such a person. If we're saying you are a senior warehouse builder, what is the expectation from SAMDDRA and from the market? Those are the type of things that the standards that we're trying to set up. And people will also have an opportunity to explore business opportunities and job opportunities or self-employment opportunities that will come with each of the professional designations. We will certify people from our certification and accreditation board. So the people will be certified, and that will be based on SAQA approved NQF levels, which is coming from MICT SITA or other SITAs. We will take into account the prior learning experience. So recognition of prior learning is very, very important, because people will just need to demonstrate traceable experience so that it can be considered in the assessment. We will also accredit companies. Companies that will be accredited will be service providers that will run this type of trainings or services or assessments, because SAMDDRA will not run these things. So we're just making them available so that our members will then render those services. But such institutions or companies must be based in South Africa, registered, and 70% South African owned. And also they must employ SAMDDRA members, so that we drive the big transformation that we want into the industry. So what is the benefit of all of this? The benefit is that we extending the programs from the sitters that will give a lot of skills to the country, to the industry, so that the skilled people will support SMMEs, will support operations in the industry. So it's a job creation initiatives in terms of sales or technical skills, or for training service providers that we will recruit so they can make money, or the course developers that will be able maybe to create the content and sell them or lease them to the service providers. We'll have inspectors, for example, to go around, assess all these type of work, assessors, moderators that are SAMDDRA members, all of them must be SAMDDRA members, either individuals or companies, so that we drive the distribution of work to our community. So all of that will lead us to participating in fulfilling the objectives of the National Development Plan. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We really appreciate the time that you spend with us. We know the journey is long, but most importantly, we want the industry, we want people that are interested in this to get in touch with us. So you can call Bongani, our operations manager, so that you get in contact with us. You can send us emails. It is something we're starting. We really believe in it. We know it will change our lives, a lot of people's lives, not only in South Africa, but in the region and in the continent. So we call upon anybody who feels that they want to be part of this to get in touch, and so that we drive our own agendas and our benefits to the economy and the country. Program Director, thank you so much for the time, and we appreciate.
Okay, Dr. Mark, thank you so much. We are really excited about these designations and certifications. And we know that this is going to bring a change that we have been looking for so long in this country. And we are hoping that this accelerated skills development will actually assist many to actually be in jobs or even start companies so that they can start making a living for themselves. So with that said, I think we are going to go into a question and answers session. And I'm going to open up the panel for everybody to actually start asking questions. And the way we will do it is in this manner. If you have a question, we have 7 members in the panel. Then you just raise your hand, and then once you are acknowledged, then you can be able to share the question that you have, and one of the panelists will be able to respond to your question. And another way that we are going to do this, you can put your question on the chat if you are not comfortable to speak. And then what I will do, I will read it out to the panelists, and then anyone who's available to respond to that question, we will be able to respond to it. And those who are saying that I have questions, but I'm not sure exactly what I would like to ask, we've got an email address whereby you can be able to send us and write to us as SAMDDRA and send us your questions via email, and we will be glad to actually respond to you via email as well. So I'm going to take the opportunity right now to just open up for comments, inputs, and questions, if there's any, and then we can take it from there. I'm not sure, Dr. Mark, if you would like to make any comments before we actually start into that session.
No, I do not have any comment. I think any input, any question is welcome, so that we can exchange.
Okay.
Like we think we're suggesting this. If people have ideas, they can share with us. If they have questions, we will also explain. And next year we look forward to these qualifications that are being gazetted, so that we extend the designations and drive the change that we want in the industry.
Okay, thank you so much. for that. Is there any question from the attendees? Anybody who is online, who is actually part of this discussion and session? If you have any question, don't be shy, just raise your hand and then I'll acknowledge you so that you can be able to share your question with the panelists. Is there anybody?
No, I don't see.
I don't see any hand as well. Let me just check on the chats as well.
Okay, I know people are also watching on YouTube. I don't know if there'll be any questions from there.
Yes, I see that there's people watching on YouTube, but I'm not sure how we'll get the YouTube questions coming through the side, unless actually they send maybe a note via email, and then we can be able to respond maybe via email. Sorry about that. Okay. Any questions on the attendees or any comments, further comments from the panelists, even as we are waiting for people to ask questions? Is there any further comments that anybody would like to make in this time? I think, Dr. Mark, if there's no questions, yes.
No, there is no questions. So I think it was informative enough.
Yeah, and clear to everybody.
It was first time for a lot of people. So I'm sure if there are questions, they will still come.
Okay.
Yes, but I don't see any hand from this side.
Okay, I think with that said, I'll just go directly to our vote of thanks, just to thank all our panelists that have participated with us today, all the speakers of today. Thank you so much for your valuable input and also providing your insights in terms of the SAMDDRA journey and the SAMDDRA agenda, and also the SAMDDRA future in terms of what we are aspiring to do in the industry. Thank you so much for your participation. And also thank you to all our partners, also those who have actually been journeying with us in this journey as SAMDDRA. We really want to thank you for your support and also your participation in helping us to develop this agenda the way to what it is today. Yes, we do know that the work is still a lot, and there's still a lot of work that still needs to be put on to be able to actually, transform this industry to what we would like to see it to be. And we are really excited because we've got a very strong team that I would also like to thank as well for their dedication, for their hard work, and also, working together so that we can be able to be where we are. And with that said as well, I want to also acknowledge as well and also, remember the words of, the late Gudmuzi in terms of his heart concerning SAMDDRA, that his heart was really to see young people empowered, to see a proper access to market in terms of participation and inclusivity economically for our young people as well. And also he wanted to see that, unemployment, be reduced in our country. So he was quite a passionate man, and we'll always remember his hard work and his contribution to what SAMDDRA is today. And without also not wasting any further time, I want to also give my thanks as well to our chairman, Loyiso, as well, for just supporting us as well as a team, and also be the visionary that he is in contributing and supporting us in the development of SAMDDRA as a team so that we can be where we are today. So I want to thank everyone who has attended with us today, to come and share this day with us. I know that some of us, or rather many people, would not be able to join because of we had to urgently change the time. The original time for the session was supposed to be 10 a.m. in the morning, but due to unforeseen circumstances, we had to change it, very quickly. And hence, maybe most of the people are not able to join, but we are very excited because it's recorded. People can still be able to come and view and see what SAMDDRA is about to put in the industry in terms of the designations and the qualifications that we are trying to bring in the industry. And these qualifications, we are very excited about them because of their accelerated skills development that are actually in a niche market, if I can put it that way, because of we are just focused on actually developing these people for a skill that they can be able to utilize and be able to earn a living through it. And this program takes about 4 to 5 months at most, and people can be able to start doing something that can actually help them to earn something for themselves. So I also want to just say thank you to our students as well, who have been, part of our pilots. And there's also a the second cohort, if I can put it that way, that has started in the Eastern Cape. They've started in September, and we just recently, had the first cohort graduating at TUT, and it was an amazing event. And we are very excited, in terms of the journey of these young people, or rather the participants or the graduates that we have, and that the fact that they can now go into the industry and start utilizing those skills. We are very excited for them, and really the future can only be brighter and brighter, because as Loisa has said as well, that we are not only looking at the repair and also just distribution of these devices. We are basically looking at the holistic value chain within the industry, which actually makes more sense in terms of creating jobs and facilitating access to market that is more inclusive, of everybody to be able to participate in this industry. So I really want to thank everyone, even as I close the session today, and we will welcome any other further comments via our Facebook channel, via our Twitter, or even LinkedIn as well, and also our email, if you can be able to pop in some comments and also questions that you may have concerning these designations, and we will actually be glad as a team to come back to you. Bongani is our operations manager, and he is our contact person. And if you need to find any more information concerning SAMDDRA, you are more than welcome to actually directly to give him a call, and he will be actually very happy to be able to assist you, even as he responds to your questions. So thank you very much, everyone, and we appreciate your time, and we thank you for spending this day with us. And I'm going to call this day adjourned, even as I close this meeting. Thank you so much, and goodbye, everyone.
Thanks, Pastor Paul. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.